Key themes of NLP. Introduction. Topics to be covered in this module are: what is NLP? Pillars of NLP. Models and modeling. NLP presuppositions. The territory. Responding according to the map. No failure, only feedback. Meaning of the communication. Mind and body are interlinked. What is NLP? NLP stands for Neuro-Linguistic Programming. Neuro is about the neurological system. Our thought processes activate the neurological system, which affects physiology, emotions, and behavior. Linguistic refers to how human beings use language to make sense of the world, capture and conceptualize experience, and communicate that experience to others. In NLP, linguistics is the study of how the words you speak influence your experience. Programming draws heavily from learning theory and addresses how we code, or mentally represent experience. Your personal programming consists of your internal processes and strategies, thinking patterns, that you use to make decisions, solve problems, learn, evaluate, and get results. NLP shows people how to recode their experiences and organize their internal programming to get their desired outcomes. It is based on the idea that we experience the world through our senses and translate sensory information into thought processes, both conscious and unconscious. NLP can be described in various ways. The formal definition is that it is the study of the structure of our subjective experience. There are a few quick definitions. It is the art and science of communication. It is about what makes you and other people tick. It has the root to get the results you want in all areas of your life. It is a manual for your brain. It is the way to creating your own future. It helps people make sense of their reality. It is the toolkit for personal and organizational change. Pillars of NLP. The first thing to understand is that NLP is about 4 things, known as NLP pillars. They are: 1. Rapport. NLP teaches you ways to build a relationship with others and with yourself. Given the pace at which most of us live and work, one big lesson in rapport is how you can say no to all the requests for your time and still retain friendships or professional relationships. 2. Sensory awareness. Have you noticed how when you walk into someone else's home, the colors, sounds, and smells are subtly different to yours? Or that colleague looks worried when they talk about their job? You will notice how your world is so much richer when you pay attention to all the senses you have. 3. Outcome thinking. It influences you to think about what it is you want, rather than getting stuck in a negative problem mode. The principles of an outcome approach can help you make the best decisions and choices, whether it's about what you are going to do at the weekend, running an important project, or finding out the real purpose of your life. 4. Behavioral flexibility. Being flexible is the key to practicing NLP. Suppose you have ordered some goods by mail. It could be a software package to store all your names, addresses, and phone number of friends or clients. You load it on your computer, use it a few times, and then mysteriously, it stops working. There's a bug in the system, but you've already invested many hours in installing and entering all your contacts. You phone up the supplier, and the customer service people are unhelpful to the point of rudeness. You need to bring out all your skills in building rapport with the customer service manager before anyone will listen to your complaint. You'll need to engage your senses, particularly your ears, as you listen carefully to what the supplier is saying, and notice how to control your feelings and decide on your best response. You will need to be very clear about your outcome. What do you want to happen after making your complaint? For example, do you want a full refund or replacement software? Finally, you may need to be flexible in your behavior and consider different options if you don't achieve what you want the first time. Models and modeling. Neuro-linguistic programming, NLP, began as a model of how we communicate to ourselves and others. So, NLP says a lot about models and modeling. NLP works by modeling excellence in every field. The premise begins like this. If you can find someone who's good at something, then you can model how they do that and learn from them. This means that you can learn to model whoever you admire, top business leaders or sports personalities, the waiter at your favorite restaurant, or your hugely energetic aerobics teacher. NLP does not change the world, it simply helps you change the way that you observe or perceive your world. NLP helps you build a different map that helps you to be more effective. NLP presuppositions. NLP presuppositions are no more than generalizations about the world. We will explain some of the presuppositions that we consider to be most influential out of several NLP and offer them for your consideration. The territory. One of the first presuppositions is that the map is not the territory. This statement means you experience the world through your senses: sight, hearing, touch, smell, and taste. It is the territory. You then take this external phenomenon and internalize it within your brain. It is the map. This internal map you create of the external world, shaped by your perceptions, is never an exact replica. In other words, what is outside can never be the same as what is inside your brain. Your senses bombard you with 2 million bits of information per second. Still, your conscious mind can only deal with between 5 and 9 pieces of information at any given moment, so there is an awful lot of information that is filtered out. This filtration process is influenced by your values and beliefs, memories, decisions, experiences, and cultural and social background, to allow only what your filters are tuned in to receive. Responding according to the map. You respond according to the map of the world you hold in your head. The map is based on what you believe about your identity and your values and beliefs and your attitudes, memories, and cultural background. No failure, only feedback. This is a compelling assumption to live your life by. Everyone makes mistakes and experiences setbacks. You have a choice between allowing yourself to be waylaid by your undesirable results or learning the lessons that have presented themselves, dust yourself off, and have another shot at jumping the hurdle. When you're faced with failure, you can use this NLP presupposition to find growth opportunities by asking yourself the following questions. Think of something you failed at and ask yourself, what am I aiming to achieve? What have I achieved so far? What feedback have I had? What lessons have I learned? How can I put the lessons to positive use? How will I measure my success? Meaning of the communication. No matter how honorable your communication's intentions, the success of the interaction depends on how the listener receives the message, not by what you intended. In other words, the meaning of the communication is the response it elicits. This is yet another compelling assumption about communication. It places the onus of responsibility to get your message across squarely at your door. Once you adopt this presupposition, You can no longer blame the other person for any misunderstandings. If the response you get is not what you expected, you will have the tools to use your senses to realize that the other person is missing the point. Mind and body are interlinked. Neurotransmitters are chemicals that transmit impulses along your nerves. They are the means by which your brain communicates with the rest of your body. Each thought you think reaches out to the farthest cell in your body via neurotransmitters. Your internal organs can also produce the same neurotransmitters that are found in the brain. So, the idea that messages are initiated and transmitted in straight lines along the neurons is no longer true. These messages can be initiated and transmitted by your organs too.